Hi guys, welcome back to another test video, mock test. 3 minor faults here and 4 serious faults. You can see them on the screen. So let's jump in to the first one. We're coming up to the Quick Fit Crossroads, the classic, everyone's favourite crossroads. Now we're going straight ahead. The instruction here was not to turn right, it was to go straight ahead. So can you tell what the fault is here? Now I know the markings on the road are not that great. Here is some footage from our drone video that we took a while ago. I'll link to that, but you can see that the right lane is for right turns only, the left lane has the arrows for going straight and or left. So I thought, right, I'll just leave it, but a learner appears opposite us and a yellow car comes up the side of us, and I thought, if this learner tries to go straight ahead, it's going to be chaos. So I told him, look, you need to turn right here. So that's exactly what happened. They come into the junction, they put their indicator on and they managed to do a right turn. But when we spoke about this afterwards, I said, what would you have done there if I hadn't got involved? And they said I would have went straight ahead. That's why it would have been marked as a serious fault. Right, on to the next fault. We're up here at the Holbeath Junction. We're going ahead and making our way up to the Crossgates Spiral roundabout. The instruction up here was to head towards Crossgates. That's a right turn, third exit, so you can see that they move over into the right lane, that's fine. But the fault here was no right indicator was applied to enter the roundabout, and you can see there's a blue car on the left there. If you come onto a roundabout, you can see the arrows on the road there, straight or right. So you're essentially signalling that you're going straight. That's why this one was marked as a serious fault. Now the next fault comes pretty soon after this. They leave this roundabout and they get told to pull up on the left in a safe place, which they do. They do that fine here. Nice and accurate. They get told to move on again when it's safe to do so. They have a good check in their mirrors, but as they start to move, there was a blind spot check missed. So checking over the shoulder, super important. Nothing came of it here, which is why it was marked as minor, but I always advise people you've got to do a good check over the shoulder. Here we're heading right at the lights, heading towards Inverkeithing. So we're going to skip ahead here, and you can see there's a silver car up ahead. It's a taxi. That's a moot point, but it's a taxi nonetheless. Now when you're on a speed limit like this, the maximum limit here is 60. You've got to have at least a 2-second follow-in distance. And we had that at the beginning, but we're getting closer to them and closer to them. And here's how you can measure that. The taxi is in line with the sign. Let's see how long it takes us to get there. It took 1.5 seconds. Let's see in slow motion. There's 1.5 seconds. So because that's less than 2 seconds, we're too close following distance. Now we're coming along Aberdour Road here, and the fault that you're about to see is for road position going over the cycle path. You'll see the white line going back and forward, left and right, within that red circle there, showing that the position was swaying back and forward. You want to be avoiding that and stay out of there. And now we come to the reversing exercise. This was a forward bay park. They were told to choose any bay on the left or the right, and they come in, they make a decision to take a bay on the right, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with this. The car came straight into the middle of the bay. I'll bring a picture up here just to show exactly how it looked on the car's camera system. Fantastic. Top marks. So the problem was when they were reversing out. Now their observations here were excellent. Left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. However, they changed gear and didn't check again as they were moving off. Prepare, observe and move. Get the gear, get the shoulder checks done and get moving. I've marked it as minor. Could easily have went the other way if something else was involved. Right, jumping straight into the next fault. We're turning right at the end of the road, so they come up to the junction. I'm going to fast forward this a bit because we were waiting a while. And I want to highlight this car, the black car on the left. They should be moving up past us because that's where they would make their turn. They're not. They're holding back to let us out. So there was an opportunity for us to get out onto this road because they're holding back. If I zoom in, you might be able to see them waving us. Just a little hand gesture. Zoom in again. It's not that clear, but they did sort of give us another wee hand gesture saying on you go. Now, they shouldn't do that. They're trying to be nice, but it's against the highway code to give that hand gesture, because if the person doesn't take that advice, everyone's held up. If they do take it and they cause an accident, it's even more trouble. However, you should act on someone else's gesture if it is safe to do so. Now, for this mock test, there was no more faults, but what I'm going to do is show you another couple of faults from a separate mock test that was done on the same day. I don't think there was enough of them to be its own separate video, so keep watching and I will show you those ones. Different person, different route, albeit same car park. So let's jump into that one. Right, they're asked to pull up on the left here. So this is at the beginning of their mock test. They come in, they get it nice and straight, and then they pull out at the front. Now I can't show you this because I don't have the footage of it, but the front of the car is way out squint. And then, when they get asked to move off again, there was no blind spot check. So 2 faults right off the bat, both marked as minor, but not faults you should be making at the beginning of the test at all. A little bit of a bizarre one here. We're taking the second exit, so there should be no signal at all, and there was a right signal applied here. Now, to be fair, the learner thought about it for a second or so and then cancelled it. So because they done that, I've marked it as minor as opposed to a serious fault. Now when they leave this roundabout here, it's a 30 miles an hour road, 30 is the limit. Have a look at the speedo down the bottom. Remember, this speedo is actually showing less than what they were actually doing. It maxed out at 35 there on the screen, which in real life was up to about 37, 38. So serious fault for speeding. When they were questioned about it, they said they thought it was a 40. Now what you're seeing here is a reverse into a bay. So they get told to come into the car park. Now have a look at things here. There's some good options on the right hand side. There's a couple of empty bays there, maybe 3 or 4 empty bays on the right. If it was me, I would have been getting the car over towards those bays, setting up to reverse into them. But look what's left on the left, just the odd bay between them. Now I'm going to speed this up now. They try and take the car out at a bit of an angle here. Isn't quite set up right, so they try and nudge it forward a bit more, and I think they recognise that it's still not quite going to let them do it, so they sort of muck about a little bit with their angle, and eventually they start reversing back. It's very close to one side on the way in as we look at the screen on the left side there, and then as they start reversing back further, it gets close to the other side. Now this whole thing took about 3 minutes, so I've sped the footage up here, but the fault really was the planning from the get-go. You got to plan this out and don't make your life harder than it needs to be by picking the tricky bays. Keep it simple, go for the bays that are going to give you the least amount of hassle. So for this video you've seen two different mock tests combined into one. You've seen a variety of forks there. I hope it's been helpful. Feel free to let us know, give us a wee comment. If you've not already subscribed to our channel, give us a wee subscribe, and hit the like button on the YouTube. Helps, as they say, the algorithm. More people get to see the videos and our channel can grow. So I will see you next time. Thank you.